Game, let's talk about this album, 1992.
For anybody that don't know what it is, it's like I could have did the next album. If you know anything about my music or my albums, the next album I really wanted to do was Doctor's Advocate 2. I just ever since I was not an MC, I had like a way that I wanted to set my career up, and it was sort of mock like after Nas, how all the album covers made sense.
Wow.
And so that's why I started with my kid on the front and continued at that. So when I dropped the documentary 2, of course, the next thing I wanted to do was do Doctor's Advocate 2. But I start thinking about, you know, my life, and then my kid turned 12, and I start thinking about when I was 12 in 92, and that's the year that I joined, you know what I'm saying, Cedar Block, Peru. That's the year that the Dream Team won Olympic gold, Michael Jordan, Bird, and all them, and that's the year that LA had the riot. So that at that time, it was like, LA was crazy, and it was a lot going on, and so I did an album based on my experiences as a 12-year-old youth in Compton, and the shit, it turned out pretty cool.
The one thing I can say about The Game is that he works so hard. You literally work as if you've never had hits, platinum records, as if you haven't been in the game and done it all. What's the motivation behind this? Because really, you don't have to do this anymore.
Nah, it's and you know what, I'm like, it's cool that if I wanted to, I could like chill off rap and just let my endorsements and everything that I'm doing outside, my business moves, kind of take care of myself and my family. But I like rap. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I get to do the shit that I'm doing right now today with this Meek shit, and this shit is funny and it's cool. And you know, it's crazy thing about it is that me and Meek was cool until we had this thing where shit kind of fell apart. And I kind of let it ride, but it was something bubbling in my stomach, and I just couldn't let it ride no more. So I spoke my mind in Miami, and then he went and got Bean's old ass and tried to do making a band group and try to diss me, and that pissed me off. And then they did it over the Young M.A.B., the Young Ma, and and I love that song and shit. So I had to go fry that shit.
Yeah, well, she's a real MVP right now. Like,
if you ain't heard it, just click the link in my bio, and it's that shit funny.
Game, I want to know a little bit more about the situation with Meek, because, you know, for you, this is what you do. You're a rapper, you're an artist, you'll go at whoever. You know, anyone who disrespects you, we've seen it in the past. You know, but there are concerns, you being a friend of mine for a very long time.
I don't just pick nobody and just start no shit. Like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, when I'm beefing or rapping, or, you know, I got a problem with somebody and I'm doing what I do, it's a lot of people end up thinking that I started it, or it's my fault, or the Game is a bully.
Right.
Game, I'm a chill ass dude that love his kids, play Madden most of the time, and just hang out. And you know, I like to eat. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fried food, work out sometimes. But I don't be starting these beefs, man. But once it started, you know what I'm saying? I really gotta do my shit. And, you know, because the crazy thing about it is I don't be wanting niggas to give me an L. It's like when niggas put an L on your Instagram and your comments, that shit hurt. It's like, where the fuck do these letters come from? So you got to, like, work as hard as fuck to get them L's off your page, whether you delete, block, or you got to fucking make a better song, and, you know, and you got to just handle your business. But that shit is funny.
Can you explain to us where the falling, you know, apart between you and Meek happened? Like, it's like you said, you guys were cool. So because it's so confusing, there's so many tabloids.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, and of course there's cameras rolling and whatnot, and this is gonna probably go out to the internet. And I ain't really talked about this with nobody. Is that, you know, we was in a club in LA and a day party, and Meek was in there. It was his first time being back in LA after being on house arrest or probation or whatever it was that he was on. So I sent him you know, a bottle of rosé, and I went over and chopped it up, and I'm like, yo, niggas been robbing niggas in LA, and I try to look out for niggas because I don't like when, you know, sort of the city take advantage of niggas that don't know, you know what I'm saying, their way around. And it's like when I come to New York, I call New York niggas and I have them go around with me, show me what's up and here and there. I don't come to New York and be like all in Brooklyn like I own the motherfucker, like I know what's going on. So I try to look out for out of town cats that I fuck with in music and outside of music when they in LA. So I told Meek kindly that you know, like, watch yourself, you know what I'm saying? Niggas been jacking niggas and, you know, doing that shit. And he was like, good looking. So Meek had left the club. Sean Kingston, I don't really fuck with him, and he's an R&B dude. So he ended up getting robbed and jacked for all his shit. And so, like I said, the niggas is robbing. It was, you know, it was hot. It's summertime, LA, niggas is hungry. And so that happened. So after that, Sean Kingston called my phone like 15 minutes later. He like, yo, bro, that's fucked up. Meek told me that you told him the niggas is jacking and I got jacked and you did it and all of that shit. And so I'm like, that's crazy. So I called Meek. I'm like, yo, you told Sean Kingston I had him robbed and shit and all of this. And he like, no, I didn't tell that fat motherfucker Twinkie motherfucking nothing. So I said, let me get Sean on three-way. Sorry about the duration of the story, but I'm telling you the raw, real shit. So we got Sean Kingston on three-way. Sean Kingston was saying that Meek told him. Meek was saying that he didn't tell him and whatever. I just hung up the phone because I couldn't, man. I just was out of the shit. I let it ride for a minute. And then one day, these two police detectives came to my house and asked me, you know, they said that, you know, they were told that somebody in my entourage had something to do with Sean Kingston being robbed. And I was like, y'all sending police to my door with this shit? And so then I got mad and I said what I said in Miami. And then, you know, they did the diss track and then
2 diss tracks later from you.
And then, yeah, I had to fuck them up. And you know what's sad about the shit is that I really got love for like Beanie Siegel. Like, you know how we grew up on like state property and Beanie Mac and who that bleak. Like, come on, man, like change the game. Beanie Mac, like Siegel, Broad Street
Beans,
Bully. Like I was a fan of Beans. So when I had Beans on my album before. I talked to Beans. I have his number. Like we talk, like always real nigga shit. So when I seen Beans like saying don't bring him out of retirement and LA is 3 hours. I mean, you know, LA is 3 hours from Philly. It's really 5.
It's 5.
He's smoking. But yeah, Beans was in. I was like, that really hurt my feelings. But I was like, nah, I gotta fuck Beans up too. So I had to really go in my bag and it shit hurt. That like about my freestyle, the shit that really upset me the most is the Beans section. Cause I really didn't want to do it, but I had to do it because he came out his mouth and I just had to, man. It's a sad day for Beans, man. Sorry.
And you know, the thing is about your game, we were talking about this in the studio, you don't put out like a bar of disses. Like you put out whole songs that just completely, it's painful.
You would think at some point like that niggas would just leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a cool nigga. I be chilling. I come through. It seems like I'm a cool nigga. It seems like I would go chill, play Madden with you, take you to the movie. I would do that shit. I'm a chill nigga. I don't think I'm better than nobody in here. I don't try to be different or a superstar. Like, fuck all that. We humans. I try to be as human as possible and as relatable to other people as possible. I'm the nicest nigga. I take the pictures unless I'm having a bad fucking day. Then I be like, yo, I'm in chill mode. Can we like, you know? But I like niggas just don't like. They think I'm soup or something. So I just gotta like show them that this is what I do. I've been doing it for the last 13 years.
Are we ever gonna be able to see you and Meek resolve this?
That shit right there is probably not gonna happen. Yeah. Some shit don't need a resolve, man. It's just, it is what it is.
Or agree to disagree.
I've done so many of that, let it slide, resolve it, that niggas say, that now niggas is saying that game is just gonna squash it. So I'm not, this time I'm not, I can't say I'm fucking with that.
Is there anything that he could do to make it right with you?
I don't really want him to do nothing. I kind of want him to just do his thing and continue doing what he doing over there. And I'm going to just stay over here and I'm going to do my shit. Yeah. And, you know, the freestyle is a body bag, so zip it up and go live, B.
Because, you know, I saw Nipsey's tweet, basically.
Nipsey did.
His concern.
Anybody see Nipsey's tweet?
Yeah.
That shit, let me tell you something. Nipsey is my dude. I rolled down my window on Crenshaw and took Nipsey's CD. When I did that, I had a gun on my lap. That's when I was a little bit younger, like 8 years ago, riding around reckless. Plus, I know that niggas killed Biggie and Tupac, and so I used to ride around my strap because I ain't want to give niggas my life over no rap shit. So that's how I used to ride around. But when I seen Nipsey, I took his demo. I got on a song with Nipsey before anybody else did and looked out. So Nipsey is my nigga. I've been there for him. And what he did on Twitter was the right thing to do. Step in, try to mediate it, try to, you know, breathe some, you know, real knowledge and some sense into a situation that could get reckless. It's just that's not what I was on. But I do respect Nipsey for doing what he did, and I think that shows growth in him and his career as a, you know, as a rap artist. So that's dope.
People are concerned, like, look, we don't want this to get to another place that it doesn't have to. And that's what, you know, we want to see.
It was all good just a week ago. No, it was all good just a meek ago.
Oh, man. You're not letting
I'm just
up.
saying, man. I'm up here smiling and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got patted down. I ain't got no fucking straps, but I'm good.
Okay, so now we got that out the way.
By the way, I'm happy to see y'all. You know.
You have great fans, by the way. We have a couple questions coming to you, some really good ones. Now, you're also in the news about this supposed sex tape. Is that really your sex tape? That was.
You know what? I was on there. But you see, at the point of the sex, it's not really a sex tape. Somebody hacked my house cameras and got me, like, caught me at the end of it where it's time to slow it down and get like in the groove. So it wasn't no like my jackrabbit fucking was. I was done with that. Like it wasn't like I had already passed my DMX and Belly with Keisha moment. I was getting to the wind it down and you know what I'm saying. It's time to slow it down. Plus that if you fucking like you know what I'm saying like I get down like you get tired and shit. And so when you get to the end, it's like, niggas, you can slow wind that shit.
Yeah.
And it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It ain't like whoever that was on the tape with me was like, she ain't get up and say, that was whack. No, we was good.
Yeah.
And you wasn't fucking there, so you don't fucking know. So you get this blurry ass video, can't barely see shit, but if you could zoom in, nigga, my ass was, nigga, I was doing the Watusi in that pussy. Nigga was doing his shit. I'm not gonna do the R. Kelly shit. That was me. I was slow stroking at the end.
Oh, Gabe, just too entertaining.
Fuck, what?
Do you feel violated at all?
Fuck no, that shit was cool. I tell you what, though, that motherfucking camera in my room coming down when I get home. Hacking motherfuckers.
Let's talk about music and this new album because you've never failed us when it comes to great body of work. Never.
Yeah.
1992. Let's talk about
album, man.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
This is so big for you, and not just you, for the West, for hip-hop.
I got 7 #1 hip-hop albums. I think that's dope. I think it's dope. I appreciate it.
Round of applause for that, man. That's big.
It's, I ain't even, all I ever wanted to do was get in the studio and record a song in the beginning. So to come from that to here, and I remember the first time I came to New York, Jim Jones picked me up from the airport. He was supposed to take me to the W, but we took me to his auntie crib on 135th and Lenox Projects. I didn't go to my hotel for like 12 hours, and I just remember being bald head with 7X khakis on and just Chucks. It was cold as shit. The wind and the snow was going through the Chucks. My feet was fucking frozen. I ain't knowing shit. And so I'm out here just stupid, white tee, long as shit, like a dress. And it was just my first time in New York. So from then to now, it's just been like a cool-ass ride. I met some cool-ass people. I got to do songs with my idols. I'm respected by people I grew up listening to, and I get disrespected by these little niggas all the time. And it's just, it's crazy. But, you know, I appreciate y'all for keeping me young. You know what I'm saying? I'm 36 now. That shit is... all I remember is Nas saying, you 36 in the karate class.
No.
So it's like, fuck. And it's crazy because I went and took a karate class with like this chick that I was fucking with, and they played Ether in the motherfucker. And I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm 36. I'm in a fucking karate class. This is stupid. And this is all subject. I'm just taking y'all through my life. Shit be fucked up. You end up sometimes in places where you don't normally supposed to be. I'm 36. I ended up in a fucking karate class. It's crazy.
But you have other businesses out there. I was just reading about
slanging weed.
Yeah, new venture.
Weed, and I'm like the real first like entertainer to really like own a dispensary with legal marijuana, 100% legal marijuana.
Wow.
It's nothing. It's dope. And in November, hopefully everybody votes in California and we get it passed. And if we do, you know how Dre got like Beats by Dre? I'm gonna have Trees by Game. I'm gonna fucking get my billion. I swear if they legalize marijuana, you won't hear another diss record from me, never. I'm gonna grow my shit out like, my shit gonna be like Young Jock, nigga. I'm gonna do my hair that way. I'm gonna go get on a fucking boat.
Now we do have some questions from the fans. This is from Ray out in Brooklyn. Where's Ray at? Over there?
Ray over there.
Hey, Ray.
BK. I'm gonna be in Brooklyn tonight at Lust with the strippers. And they got good food in there. I've been there before.
This is Ray asking you, would you do a song with 50 Cent?
You know what? I talked to 50 like a month ago in LA, and we talked about G-Unit and where the split happened and what the fuck happened. And this is my first time talking to 50 in like 10 years. And neither one of us couldn't remember why we hated each other so much. And so he was just like, Game, I don't know what the fuck happened. I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck happened. And we dapped it up, we had a drink, we chopped it up. We didn't reunite G-Unit on that night, and we ain't talk about no music, but it was cool to see my old friend, because I really didn't want that to happen the way it happened. But again, I was in my hotel room, and I was listening to Hot 97, and 50 was saying I'm no longer part of G-Unit, and that pissed me off with my 7X khakis, my long white tee, my Chucks. So I went down to Hot 97, and we started shooting at each other. And then we got banned from that motherfucker. Yep. And I still ain't been back to Hot 97. Now they do these shits, and they bring the pillows from Hot 97, and they put us in different venues because they don't let me in the building still. I didn't fed the people, gave money to the homeless, but they would not let me in the fucking Hot 97 building. But I'm still a pillow. Fuck y'all.
This is from Melvin in Brooklyn.
Where Mel at?
Where's Melvin at? Melvin, oh, back there? There you are, okay.
Oh, I see you, Mel.
What was your mindset when making El Chapo?
You know what? I don't know if you heard of Bangladesh, the producer. He dope as fuck, and he came to the studio. You know what? He come through like the State Farm bitch. He just pop up sometimes, and I don't have a number on Bangladesh. I really wish that he could come and like produce more songs. But sometimes you have a session, and you be like, close your eyes, bob into a beat, and you open your eyes. This nigga sitting there like he been there the whole time. And so I saw Bangladesh, and I'm like, yo, I'm working on this doc too. Like I need a beat. He put on this El Chapo shit. And my homies was like, yo, we can't get down with this shit. This beat is fucking sound like some Mexican cucaracha shit. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to fry this shit. Like, hold up. And I did it, and everybody jumped dick. Here we go, El Chapo, whoa, whoa. And everybody's in the studio, like, turned up. And that's how it happened. The thought process was just like, it's a dope beat. I can see through what my homies is saying, and and I just went on it and I knocked that shit out, Mel.
All right, this is from Jaquan. What has been the hardest time in your career, and how did you bounce back?
The hardest time in my career has been when niggas when I get into these beefs, man, because it's like. It takes a lot of energy to entertain these shits, to make it out of them. I mean, if we talking about real, and I come from an era where like hip hop was real, like real. It wasn't for play. It wasn't WWF. It's the era that like Biggie and Pac actually died in, and two young cats, 24 and 25 years old, met their untimely demises due to bullshit. And I don't know how old everybody is in here, but East Coast, West Coast, us as fans played a huge fucking part in the assassination of both of those MCs. Just on some, I'm riding with Pac, I'm riding with Big shit. We hyped that up, and those men got killed. So it's it gets tricky, man, when you're doing these beefs, because you just never know. It's like when you wake up in the morning and you don't know if it's your day to die or not, but you living your life to the fullest and you just don't know, but you living. It's like that in hip hop, man. When you're doing these beefs and shit, you don't know if you can walk outside and a nigga could just chop you down. And so, you got to be wary of that shit. But me, I got too much heart to let it go sometimes. And sometimes it's bad decision, poor decision making on my behalf. But I'm a rider, man, and I just got to ride. It's just in me to do so. So I stand up for myself every time, and I'm going to go all the way to the max. And I'm probably the most disrespectful rapper once I'm in a beef. I'm the nigga that's going to say everything. I talk about Sean Kingston, mama mustache. I still feel bad about that right now.
I know.
But she got a mustache, but I shouldn't have said that.
Come on.
But I did. But it's a fucked up thing. So basically, I'm answering your question. It's fucked up. It's just fucked up.
I wanted to talk to you about also the other things that you do, Game, because you've been vocal with everything else when it comes to police brutality. Yes, there's music. Yes, there's these things.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm going to tell people about that, because a lot of people say, well, yesterday you was marching with Snoop and trying to like bring peace and Black Lives Matter. And yeah, because yesterday niggas was getting killed and everybody was on that push and we needed to do something, you know what I'm saying, for Philando Brown and the guys that was...
Philando Castile,
Philando Castile and...
Alton Sterling.
And Alton Sterling and Mike Brown. And
yes.
They killing so many of us that I get the names mixed up. But that's what I was on. But the next very day, if somebody pisses me off, then I'm not on no peace shit. I'm pissed off. It's like every human being in the world. It's like, you back there with the mustardist coat on. It's like one day you might be happy, like, girl, I'm going to church today. It's Sunday. The next day you might get to work and a coworker might be acting like a bitch, and you might have to act like a bitch. It's not that you're bipolar or that you're not a positive person. It's that this bitch is like working on my nerves at work, and I gotta get crazy. Yeah. So it's like, I love peace. I don't want people to die. I want to help, you know what I'm saying, solve the problem with this police brutality and them murdering us and all of that. But on the other hand, if a nigga is pissing me off or disrespecting me, I got to service that too. And it's not a bipolar thing. It's that I gotta, like, Black Lives Matter, just not this niggas right now at this moment because I'm pissed off. Yeah. And so it's like that, man. It's just, that's how I am, you know?
Yeah. Did you have a chance to see the latest one with Terrence Couture?
You know what?
I don't know if you had a chance. I know you've been busy traveling.
I seen the picture with him and the baby. I haven't had
the chance to actually see.
I haven't had the time to really dig in and really get what's going on because I've been engulfed in this beef, which is sort of selfish on my part. And I really do my just due when it comes to like servicing the Black Lives Matter and caring about people and their families. And when tragedy strikes and these things happen, it's just that I don't want to again look like I'm using that or someone else's tragedy to turn the energy a different way from what I'm on. So I just haven't voiced my opinion on it yet. I am saddened by it. I do think it's a recurrent event, something that needs to stop, but we keep saying the same shit. It needs to stop. We need to march. We need a shirt. Hashtag this and hashtag that. And I don't know what the answer is for any of us. You know what I'm saying? So on this one, I just haven't been vocal about it yet, but I'm definitely aware and I'm definitely saddened by it as I was the last time and the last time before that.
It's tough, and I think it's important we talk about this game. You've always been in the community. This is something that I know, even with Robin Hood Project and everything that you do for the community. It's just the helicopter view, just to see it, and you know he's unarmed. It was really hard. So.
You know what's crazy about it all is it's at this point, it's really not even a black thing anymore. It's not like just a black people stand up and be aware and it's happened to us. At this point it has to be a human thing. If you're a human and you have any type of emotion or you were born with a heart, which you have to be if you're born and you're alive, you gotta give a fuck because now it's just people getting slaughtered and it really looks like we're being hunted.
Yes.
And we're actually being killed.
Yep.
And it's crazy. It don't even look cool. So even if you white or Asian or Indian or whatever, or Egyptian or anything, man, you gotta take notice and it gotta make you feel bad, man. So it's just, it ain't right.
Just so that people, just in case you guys aren't aware, Game does a lot, especially in the communities in LA. How's everything going with that? Because that was one thing that I felt like I was very proud of.
Let the hater say it's Photoshop.
No, it's not. He really does. He goes out to Skid Row and it's real. You know what I mean? You've been doing a lot for LA, for people in need in general. Are there any plans? Do you have anything coming up that, you know, for those who are watching and even online, like is there a way that people can stay up to date with what you're doing, being that, you know, you've been a leader for a while?
It's just an Instagram, Twitter, Facebook thing with me. If you follow any of those, you'll be able to pretty much keep up with me. I'm not really good at planning to do things. I'm more of a spur of the moment, sporadic type of helping guy. I wake up some days and I feel like I should call Snoop and we should go march down to the police station and try to figure it out. It's never I plan this more than 24 hours before. I just get up and I just go.
Which you guys have done. And we saw.
Yeah, so it's like that. Sometimes I wake up and I just feel like being on this move and I just push through.
There was another question from a fan. This one was about, I just want to make sure I shout them out, from Sarah. What is the first Kendrick Lamar song you ever heard?
The first Kendrick Lamar song I ever heard was a song that I put him on his first mixtape. And I'm so proud of him, man. Just a good dude from the same exact neighborhood as me that didn't choose Crip or Blood, that made it out. I can remember, you know, pulling up on Kendrick when my first album dropped in my Harley Davidson truck, you know what I'm saying, bumping the documentary and him just being like, yeah, I'm gonna be like that. And to see him like just go from that to, you know, just being Kendrick, man, the Kendrick he is now. is crazy, which is, you know, by the way, one of the most lethal MCs. And he ain't even got pissed off yet. It's like, he's still from Compton.
Yeah.
He might be a good kid. He not a gang member. He not a square. He just a regular dude that's not affiliated with a gang, that's just really conscious but really Compton, and he ain't been pissed off. And I just don't want to see nobody piss him off, because he is, to me, like Black Eminem / Nas / Cole / Dre. He got it all, man. And it's a talented kid. I'm just happy to say that that's my friend.
How are things with Dr. Dre? Is he like just...
Dre is like on
living
a fucking yacht the size of Manhattan, like with a drone that shows you he's in the Appalachian Mountains with his wife. He doing some shit. And if you got a pair of Beats at home, or you ever had a pair of Beats, so you walk down the street and see a nigga with a pair of Beats, then you understand why he's there.
Yeah.
There.
He's living. He's good.
Yeah.
Is there
call Dre for a beat, and he like, yeah, fly to China, and I got you. I'm like, yeah. Nah, I can't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
For your career, you know, I feel like you've done everything. You've worked with everybody that you wanted to. Is there anyone else left that you hope you could get into the studio with?
You know what? There's a thing, man, that from the beginning of my career I tried to make happen. It never happened. I got pissed off at him too over, you know, some things he said that sort of hurt my feelings as a young artist. In the 40/40 Club before my first album dropped, and it was Jay-Z. I feel like I never got a chance to go bar for bar with Hov, and you know, I went bar for bar with Nas, I went bar for bar with Kiss, like all of my, you know, I've been on a song with Beans.
Yes.
And you know, I never got a chance to ride with Hov, so if anybody, man, that would be, and 3 Stacks. I've never been on a song with 3 Stacks. That's like, I think 3 Stacks would slay any nigga in the game if he sit down with his cat and pet it and write his bars. Cause that nigga is insane with it. But yeah, Hov and 3 Stacks, that would be cool.
Game, I'm really excited for the album, man. 1992. Like I said, you never fail with a body of work. You take so much pride in your music. You work like you've never had a hit before. Yeah,
I ain't even slept in the last 48 hours, because when Meek and Beans them dropped that freestyle, I was in South Carolina, and the only studio was like hanging from an Arby's bathroom, and yeah, I couldn't get my bars off on that. So I couldn't wait to get to fucking Quad Studios in New York, where I love recording, and really gas these niggas out.
Yo, I can't front, Nessa. That was quick.
Yes.
Because that dropped Sunday. Yo, today's Tuesday.
I was on my bus driver. He was like, I can't drive any faster. This is illegal. I'm like, man, you better punch it. I'm trying to get to the studio as soon as I ain't take a shower. I was in my pajamas. I went to that motherfucker, my PJs, Gucci flip-flops, and I stayed there till 8 in the morning doing that freestyle. We put it out at 8:15. I was on Wendy Williams. Out taking a shower and some clothes that my assistant brought me to Wendy Williams, and I'm working shit.
You know, shout out to Camilo. Actually, we love your song with Jeremiah. I love Camilo.
I don't even like the song with Jeremiah.
Really?
No, because it's like a chicky record. I don't really make them. But this guy right here, it's like, we got to make a song for the radio. You know what I'm saying? It's proud Dominican guy right here.
But
always
you know
pushing
what?
Him and Wack, always pushing girl songs.
You make good music, though.
But I don't
for
like
women
the chicky.
and men.
I want to rap, kill, shoot songs up. I don't.
That's going to be the only nice song on 1992.
There's no chick songs on 1992. So at 12, it's wrote in the perspective of me when I was 12. I wasn't even thinking about a girl at 12.
Yeah. I like that. I like the concept.
I ain't even had sex until after high school. That's a game fact that nobody know. But I lied on my dick the whole 12th grade. Cause niggas was fucking. All my friends was fucking. Niggas had stories. So I took a little piece from every nigga story, made my own, and my shit was wild.
Game.
I swear to God, I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
warning.
Right,
but after that, I got in my groove. In my 20s, I was a savage.
Game, I can't let you go without just playing one song for the people.
What song?
What 3 songs do we have?
No, 3 songs.
No, not all 3. Just pick one, just something that we haven't heard, just so that they could get.
I just play the freestyle.
Yeah,
freestyle.
I'm with that. I like that.
It's a good song.
Now, are you going to stick around a little bit, maybe take a couple photos? Because that was another.
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay, so we could do that during the song plays. How's that sound?
Yeah,
that
that's
sound
cool.
good for you guys?
Yeah.
All right, round of applause for Game.
Hey, yo, I appreciate everybody coming through. This is some cool shit right here.
Yeah.
Cool shit. Not to
All right,
be
go ahead,
confused with not
Camilo.
cool shit. It's cool shit.